Moisturizer by Wet Leg. This was selected by our guest picker, Matthew McClister, who runs the Blinded by the Floodlights indie music blog. You can keep up to date with the blog by following at Blinded by the Floodlights on Instagram. And let's start by going over to what Andrew thought of this record. So we'll kick ourselves off with what he made of Moisturizer by Wet Leg, because Andrew is probably the biggest Wet Leg fan, I'd say, out of the three of us. So he put nice cohesive follow up to their debut, ostensibly about I've probably said that completely wrong. He's used a word I can't pronounce. He's done this to haunt me. Yeah, what you said. Ostensibly about lead singer Rhiannon Teasdale falling in love and discovering her queerness. More festival-ready tunes. Also has some filler. Catch these fists, the standout. So yeah, that's what he made of it. So I think he was quite pleased with it. He said some filler on there, but I think overall quite impressed. And yeah, I mean, as you know, didn't buy into the Wet Leg hype myself off their debut album. I think I enjoyed the novelty at first with the likes of, Chaise Long and Wet Dream and those songs, but soon wore very thin. And I just didn't understand the acclaim. I thought it was fine, but I think to the extent that they were getting praised was kind of a bit baffling to me. I've kind of compared them to, you might not know this band, Scouting for Girls, which are like a British band that they write one riff, one chorus, and then they just repeat it for the entire song. It's like we've done all we need to do. Let's just do that over and over. They're kind of like the punk version of them for me.
Yeah.
Just repeat it for 3 minutes and then pass it off as a song. So yeah, I went into this with quite low expectations, and you know what? I don't think it's that bad at all. I think for the most part, the issues that I had with the debut have been addressed. I know Andrew said he thought Catch These Fists was the standout. To be honest, I still found that a little one-dimensional. The same with CPR. Those two, which were the singles, still don't do too much for me. For me, it's the other stuff here, but where it seems that they've really honed their songcraft a little bit and taken themselves maybe a bit more seriously, which I feel like they needed to do to grow as artists. And yeah, I think it makes for some quite nice moments on here. Really like the soft shuffling of Pokemon. 1121 is this real sweet kind of rockabye ballad. Davina McCall was probably my favorite of the pre-released singles. Munch 2, really enjoy that song as well. I think those moments on here where maybe they're kind of leaning into their softer side a bit more and doing something a little bit different to what they did on the debut, they're the ones that stand out to me. I think because lyrically they feel more mature, and then sonically, because it's such a departure from what they gave us on the debut, those are the ones that I find are resonating a little bit. But there's still those fun rock moments on here too. Pillow Talk is probably the standout on the rockier tracks for me. Almost a bit Queens of the Stone Age with those buzzy riffs going on. So yeah, not too much more to say other than I came into this one, not expected to like it at all. And I think I actually ended up quite pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed it. So yeah, some noticeable growth from Wet Leg from the debut album for me. I think by, finding love, they found a maturity in their songwriting. It's probably still not one that's going to make my album of the year list or anything like that, but definitely an improvement on its predecessor. So before I lose my voice, what did you make of it, Kylie?
Yeah, I think this is another one that you and I shared the same feelings on the debut. Um, and I think the sophomore follow up moisturizer, I think it's a little bit better. I definitely enjoy it more than the first one. I'm more so into the first, 4 or 5 songs on the record, even though they are ones that don't necessarily deviate from that debut. But I'm with you. The lyrics are a little stronger. Um, Melody's a little bit better. But yeah, that's really uh, it's kind of all I have to say about it. The wet leg discourse is something that I don't really care about. I don't want to get involved in. And it's the same way I feel about Big Long Sun. That you know, just because this kind of sounds recycled to me doesn't mean that I don't appreciate that it's there to get uh, younger generations into rock music. So I appreciate that much. And yeah, Wet Leg, keep doing your thing and make the kids love guitars. I'm all about that.
for sure. And we should say as well, like, just how they've changed, like, the aesthetics of the bands as well, like, particularly with their live show. I'll just give a shout out to that. Again, it looks like they're really coming into their own as performers. I mean, they still
I love this Aphex Twin ass album cover too.
yeah.
That definitely caught me off guard. You know, the first album's like best friends forever, and then Moisturizer, you're like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Something's changed.
Too much time on the bus together.
Yeah. Love it.